small, it's easy, cheap to maintain and manipulate. When we are saying manipulation, that means we are talking about genetic manipulation. Okay, so genetic manipulation means you want to introduce some mutation, and mutation can be any type, depends upon your interest. Let us talk about a gene which we discussed quite a lot yesterday. Enralled is the gene which is required for maintenance and formation of posterior compartment. And when we will study about these genes, you will come to know that enralled is expressed from embryogenesis onwards up to the adult stage, because its purpose is to maintain posterior compartment. Okay, maintain means it is going to form the posterior compartment, it is going to maintain posterior compartment. Now you are interested in this particular gene, you want to manipulate this gene. Depending upon your hypothesis or your requirement, either you need to completely eliminate this gene, okay, so that you can get a knockout gene, or you can partially delete this gene or partially remove this gene. You can also remove just one amino acid, okay. That means you want to have just a point mutation. So everything can be easily done. And easily means it is a lot of hard work. अभी लोग पसंद नहीं करते म्यूटेशन वगैरह करना, when we were doing our experiments. I'm talking uh, about year 2000, okay, almost 21 years back. So when I was there, तो हम लोगों को अपने आप ही ट्रांसजेनिक फ्लाइज अपनी बनानी होती थी. लेकिन अब there are many companies, so if you want you can just give them plasmid, okay, and they are going to give you transgenic flies, and you will be surprised to know the cost of making one transgenic fly is only $20, only $20, okay. But if you do it yourself, then it is not going to be costing you much. It is costing your time, your labor, okay, and lot of labor, but it is doable, okay. So you can manipulate in a very simpler way. मैंने जो आपको बताया, if you want to delete a gene completely, how can you do it? Mutation.
Gene knockout.
Sorry, gene knockout, so that is the uh, word, but please tell me, if I want to delete enraged gene from Drosophila, what?
Side-directed mutagenesis.
And gene silencing can be done.
Someone said site directed mutagenesis. और कुछ? What
I'm
was
sorry, side-directed is for the point mutation, I
Yes,
guess.
sir.
If we want to change a specific point, not the whole gene.
okay?
Ma'am, can we perform gene silencing for particular delete that enralled gene?
Definitely you can, but is there a classical way? जब आप लोगों ने mutation पढ़ा होगा BSc में,
Ma'am,
और उसमें
micro injection method.
actually this is the problem I am observing with students. जब पहले भी शुरू में भी बात हुई थी हमारी, you are more into the molecular side of each and every genetic or any techniques. आप लोगों ने कभी एक्सरे म्यूटाजेनेसिस पढ़ा है?
Yes, ma'am.
अभी
Yes,
आपने
Yes,
केमिकल
ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
म्यूटाजेनेसिस पढ़ा है?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the basis. आप नॉकआउट करेंगे तो आप कैसे करेंगे? एक बहुत सिंपल, बहुत ट्रेडिशनल वे हुआ करता था कि अगर आपको कंप्लीटली एक जीन को डिलीट करना है, यू आर गोइंग टू डू एक्सरे म्यूटाजेनेसिस. अगर आपको हाइपोमॉर्फिक म्यूटेशंस चाहिए, यू गो फॉर केमिकल म्यूटाजेनेसिस. आपको पॉइंट म्यूटेशन करना है, तो you choose a particular type of chemical, and that chemical is only going to induce change of one amino acid. ये सब कुछ भूल गए. अब साइट डायरेक्टेड में भी कंफ्यूजन है. मेरा सिर्फ यही कहना है, इट इज नाइस टू नो न्यू टेक्निक्स, लेकिन वो साइट डायरेक्टेड में भी आपको इतना कंफ्यूजन है. We'll talk about these things in class, and it is important, it seems. Okay. So, what type of chemicals can be used for mutagenesis?
Ma'am, base analog,
Ma'am, ethidium bromide.
base modifier, intercalating agent.
Have you heard about ethyl methane sulfonate (EMS)?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It is a
Yes,
base
ma'am.
modifier.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So we will talk about these things. But what I want from you, it is know about the new techniques, but don't forget the basis of everything. Okay. So coming to the next point, it has a very short lifespan. You can see when male on the left hand side. Can you see my cursor as well?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So when male and female are going to mate, you can also see the difference between male and female. On the right hand side, it's a male. Left hand side is the female. Male has very dark black end, but females are tapering. और ये सब चीजें आपको हम लोग प्रैक्टिकल्स में भी बताएंगे. So when the male and female are going to mate, then the female is going to lay the eggs. Egg is going to get hatched into first larval instar within 24 hours. Another second instar is going to hatch in another 24 hours, and similar is true for third larval instar, leading towards prepupa. Metamorphosis is making it, when the pupa is going to become pupa, then metamorphosis will start, and adult structures are going to be formed inside the pupa. Finally, within 10 days, on 10th to 11th days, I'm sorry, within is not a right word. So on 10th or 11th day, the adult is going to come out from the pupal case, and everything should be at 25 degree. You can do it at lower temperature, you can go at higher temperature as well. And as I mentioned, if it is lower, then it is going to take at least 18 days for adult to hatch out. But if you increase the temperature, then it is going to be lesser. You cannot increase the temperature beyond 29 degree, because if temperature is raised beyond 29 degree, then female is going to become sterile. Okay? So always the optimum temperature is 25. Interestingly, for any experiment, whether you talk about classroom experiments or you talk about research experiments, one of the important thing is large number of experimental organism. Okay. And interestingly, Drosophila female has the capability to lay 600 eggs. One female can lay 600 eggs during her entire life, and therefore it is considered as one of the best model organism because it can produce large number of offspring. कभी भी आप रिसर्च पेपर जो आप पढ़ना शुरू कर दोगे, you have to go through. We will discuss about some research papers as well, not only in my class, other teachers will also do that. And you will notice that at the end of every result, okay, n is written. N is number of sample size. So n has to be a big number. और उसके बहुत सारे benefits हैं. We are not going to go into that right now. Another thing is development is completely external. You can observe change in the embryonic stage development from outside. मैंने आपको कहा था कि आप पिक्चर भी ले सकते हो घर में ही, how the cells look like. Okay, but if you come to the department, then you will see जो भी interested होते हैं उनको हम लोग allow करते हैं, put a small drop of microscopic oil so that refractive index is going to be higher. Okay, another thing, your egg is not going to dry up. Keep it under the microscope, and after some time when you will come again, peep into the microscope, and you will see the embryo has developed into another stage. Okay, so there are many stages of development that can be observed happening in the larvae, that can be seen of a gene. If that particular gene is being mutated, that is going to tell us the function, because if gene is required for posterior compartment formation and maintenance, that is being deleted. In that case, posterior compartment will not form, clearly suggesting that engrailed is required for posterior compartment. जैसे ही उस जीन को डिलीट कर दिया गया तो वो चीज नहीं होने वाली. ठीक है. Then very old history, several previous experiments have
Excuse
been
me, ma'am.
performed. Yes,
Ma'am, are you changing the slide?
I'll inform. आपने ये जो स्लाइड पे जो हम बात कर रहे हैं उसमें आप देख नहीं रहे हो क्या पॉइंट्स? You are not looking at the points?
Yes, ma'am. A good model organism, that slide, right?
Yeah, but I'm reading the points.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'm
Lots
talking
of
about.
history. Okay, ma'am.
Then what is the confusion?
Ma'am, actually your video is stopped, so that's why I guess there is some problem.
You can't see the slide, or can you see the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. Another thing is genome is sequenced, so you know about the genes and everything. Genome was sequenced in the year 2000. Another extremely important point is its homology for at least 75% of human disease genes and other developmental genes as well. As MSc student, we don't expect you to, if the question is why Drosophila is a good model organism, we are not expecting you to tell only कि small है, easy to handle है, or short lifespan है. We are expecting the question, the answer like loss of mutants are available, genome is sequenced, and it's a good model organism because there is significant homology between human and Drosophila. Approximately 75% homology is known. And as we discussed in the beginning, there are very few ethical concerns with fruit flies. Now, I
Ma'am?
changed the slide. Yes.
Ma'am, can we also mention that Drosophila also has polytene chromosomes, so it can also serve as another, like an extra point for good model organism?
You can, but there are many other techniques. Polytene chromosome is a technique which is for which Drosophila is being used. Okay, so if you want to say yes, but that is not adding up towards the research side. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
it's just a technique. So,
Okay, ma'am.
I mean, the technique by which you can observe polytene chromosome, and polytene chromosomes are being, you can observe them in Drosophila, but not in all the insects. Okay, so what I was trying to convey here, that very simple classroom experiments which you must have performed before, they can, if you analyze them very carefully, then you can also understand very advanced biological concepts. Pedigree. When we started, someone told me about the pedigree, that it was very interesting to observe pedigree. Now, all the time you must be learning about the pedigree on a piece of paper. Lekin using fruit flies, you can make your own pedigree chart and you can analyze. See on the right hand side, if you are having simple wild type, okay, Drosophila melanogaster, male and female, mated them, and you can observe several generations to come, you will not see any difference in the phenotype. Okay, but now you want to modify your pedigree. So you are mating red-eyed male and female, that means wild type Drosophila, and in the F1 generation, you change the male. Took a mutant fly. Of course, phenotypically, it has to show some phenotype. You took a white-eyed male and mated. Now, in the next generation, you will have something else. In F3 generation, what you did, you picked the male, whatever genotype it is, and you mated it with the white female. Again, your F4 progeny is going to be something different. Okay? Not only in terms of phenotype, you can also observe the ratio between male and females. In F4 generation, F5 generation, you can introduce a dominant mutation. It's your call, whatever you want to do. But by doing so, you are making your own pedigree and you are analyzing the data from your own benchwork experiment. Okay? हमेशा पेडिग्री आप लोगों ने हमेशा पेपर पे ही किया है, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know, it's up. You can do it at home also. Mix कर दो, तरह तरह की flies को mix करो. Now observe what is happening in F1 generation, what is happening in F2 generation. सब कुछ अपने आप introduce करके. And few students, you know, 3-4 years back, they did it. They did this experiment. It was not only making the chart, but you are getting the data, you are getting the number out of it, and you can analyze your data in multiple ways. Another simple experiment, I'm talking about the concepts of genetics, okay, which are they become very easy when you perform it yourself. बेंच वर्क जब करते हो तो एक अलग ही फीलिंग आती है. अब इनहेरिटेंस की बात करें, जब हम मॉर्गन का सेक्स लिंक्ड इनहेरिटेंस की बात करेंगे, ये जेनेटिक क्रॉस, वो जेनेटिक क्रॉस, है ना, तो कई बार लगता है वी आर लॉस्ट. लेकिन जब आप खुद करोगे ना, तो तुमको लगेगा कि अरे ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. You could understand very well what is the meaning of sex linked inheritance. But this particular slide is telling you more than what I am saying. You have made a cross, okay? You have crossed white-eyed male and red-eyed female. Right now you don't know. We will discuss in the practical class, but white is involved with sex-linked inheritance. So where it should be located, I think I mentioned in my previous class also. कहाँ होना चाहिए? Which chromosome?
X chromosome.
X
Sex chromosome.
right? Now, नहीं, X chromosome. So, yeah. So, white-eyed male लिया और उसको wild type हमेशा red-eyed fly होती है, तो उससे mate किया. Now, white is on X chromosome. Second thing, it's a recessive gene. ठीक है? जब भी मेट किया जाएगा तो F1 progeny में you will observe that all the offsprings are red in color. All. ओके, जेनेटिक क्रॉसेस आप बनाओगे तब आपको ये समझ में आएगा, ठीक है। लेकिन अब क्या किया गया, रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस कर दिया गया, व्हाइट आइड फीमेल को लिया गया और उसके साथ में रेड आइड मेल को मेट करा दिया गया। देन व्हाट यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग इन F1 progeny, you are observing a combination of white-eyed and red-eyed flies, and no matter what, when you do this, then all the females are going to be red-eyed and all the males are going to be white-eyed. हम लोग करेंगे ये क्रॉस। अभी सिर्फ इतना समझने की कोशिश करना कि रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस इज ऑल्सो टेलिंग अस मेनी थिंग। जब व्हाइट आइड मेल लिया गया तो F1 प्रोजेनी में सभी फ्लाइज रेड थी, मेल हो या फीमेल हो। दिस वाज टेलिंग अस that white is on X chromosome, one thing, and another thing it was telling, white is the recessive gene because red could dominate, okay, right? And in another experiment it was further validated that white is on X chromosome क्योंकि जैसे ही फीमेल लिया गया which has two copies of white gene and mated with the red-eyed male, then in F1 progeny all the males were red and I'm sorry, really sorry. So all the females were red-eyed and all the males were white-eyed color. So from a single experiment, you could understand the concept of recessive and dominant. You could understand sex-linked inheritance. You could also understand what is going to happen if gene is in hemizygous or in homozygous condition. ठीक है, कुछ भी कंफ्यूजन हो डोंट वरी, हम लोग ये सब प्रैक्टिस करेंगे। और यहाँ पे आई विल टेल यू अ वेरी स्मॉल स्टोरी। सो when I was doing my MSc, I did specialization in genetics, ठीक है, and I developed lot of interest in fruit flies because, as I said, genetics में this is the best model organism which is always used. And this has been my companion. I mean, fruit flies were my companion from 1985. So it's quite old companionship. We are still together. I don't know how many years. So 26, 36 years. Yeah, long time. So then I thought that I am going to do my PhD in the genetics field. Okay, there was a very nice professor who came from BHU and he was teaching us, and I wanted to do with my research with him. And he was working on questions related to cancer, but using fruit flies as a model organism again. I went to him when I finished my MSc, and at that time only 12 students used to be for MSc classes, for masters. And at that time, masters was considered as a big degree because very few students could, pass through. So yes, I was very ambitious and I thought that, yeah, I know a lot of genetic crosses, this, that, and I went to him very confidently that I would like to do research with you. He said, okay, first show me a genetic cross. And he gave me 2 or 3 different types of mutants. He told me what should be the condition. Then he asked me to write the genetic cross in front of him. You'll be surprised, I could not do anything. I could not do anything. Are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And I still remember there was something you remember, it was raining heavily. That time, as student, we had, bus. He thought, or okay, I'm really, really dedicated and devoted, and came in such a heavy rain. So he asked me, कि ये genetic cross करके दिखाओ मुझे. As a student, he knew me, but I could not. And at that time, even teachers used to be very, very hard. Okay? मुझे लगता है कि we are extremely polite, but they used to be very hard, not because they were hard from their heart, but they wanted us to learn a lot. तो उन्होंने क्या किया, मेरी कॉपी को उठा के फेंक दिया. उन्होंने कहा तुम रिसर्च नहीं कर सकते, और रिसर्च अगर करना है तो कहीं और चले जाओ, मेरे साथ तुम नहीं कर सकते. And I told him, sir, please give me a chance, I will try to do it. And you'll be surprised, not showing that I was so dedicated, but उस समय getting into PhD was very, very difficult. And हम लोगों को कुछ पता भी नहीं था कि क्या किया जाता है MSc के बाद. PhD was the only option. उस समय इंटरनेट क्या, कंप्यूटर भी नहीं हुआ करते थे. So then whole night, you will be surprised, I kept on making different types of genetic crosses. Different types, the mutations he gave. I also tried to take some other mutants, dominant, and so on and so forth. And I did many crosses. Next day, I went to him with the genetic crosses, which was, of course, right. But then again, he gave me another type of genetic cross. And because I really did it so hard, I could do it. And I could get entry into the PhD. But what was the advantage? It was not only the entry point for PhD. After that, it was really fun for me to make different types of genetic crosses, because if you do research in genetics, you have to bring different genes for understanding their interaction. You have to recombine them, you have to flip them out, whatever, different types of crosses are required for genetics. So by learning so much of genetic crosses, it gave me a lot. I went to UCI, and people were expert in molecular biology, but they did not know how to do the genetic crosses. So I was the only one who used to do genetic crosses, and they used to learn it from me. And it really gives me pride that because of my teacher, I could learn so much. If he would not have been so hard on me, I would have taken it very, very casually. Okay? And from genetic crosses, as I'm showing you just one cross, and it is telling you so many things. Okay? So, yeah, so this is about the sex-linked inheritance. I have changed the slide. If you talk about the karyotype, human may, you must be making different types of karyotypes. अगर आप ड्रोसोफिला का karyotype बनाओ, there are only 4 pair of chromosomes. Okay? And then you can make it yourself. आपको ये सिर्फ हार्ड कॉपी पे या पेपर पे करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. आपको क्या किया जाता है, आपको दे दिया जाता है शीट, और कहा जाता है कि आइडेंटिफाई, है ना, आइडेंटिफाई द सिंड्रोम. ओके, लेकिन यहाँ पे यू कैन टेक you can make your own chromosomal preparation of Drosophila. One person said कि पॉलीटीन क्रोमोसोम आप देखोगे कितना इजी है. Chironomus से आप लोग ऑलरेडी कर चुके हो, but making it from Drosophila is so easy. So you can make polytene chromosome, you can make mitotic chromosome, do whatever you want to with fruit flies, and the number is less, so it becomes really easy to identify any abnormality. So almost 6-7 years back, lot of ethical restrictions were there, So Drosophila took care of that part as well. And as you can see, this is what I was looking for. It's here. This is the expression of engrailed gene. Okay. On the left hand side, जहां भी green नजर आ रहा है, that is the expression of engrailed gene. In eggs, it is expressed in the posterior compartment. Okay, and you can see very nice stripes of green. और यहाँ पे कहीं भी कोई डायसेक्शन किया हुआ नहीं है. जो डायसेक्शन है वो हम आपको बताएंगे. So when this GFP reporter was introduced, then things became very, very easy. And the quote of the paper was a green light for biology. अब तो RFP, YFP, बहुत सारे reporters are there. But when this GFP started, the quote was a green light for biology. And by using this green light or by using a reporter, you don't need any immunohistochemistry. You don't need to dissect animal. You can observe the expression of externally as well. आप ये जो second panel है, I don't know where my, okay, you can see my cursor now. In the second panel, you can see this is the larvae. Okay, and larvae में हर segment पे जहां जहां आपको green नजर आ रहा है और आपको दिख रहा होगा कि edges पे it is brighter और बीच में भी green है. Okay, लेकिन towards the anterior side, towards the mouth side, there is a very intense staining. Okay, आप लोगों को दिखाने के लिए और हमारे अपने experiment के लिए, when we dissected these, you can see very well, these are the imaginal discs. Please ध्यान से सुनना. अभी लग रहा होगा कि एक स्लाइड पे हम क्यों इतना समय बिता रहे हैं. अभी हमें एक एक स्लाइड पे बहुत समय बिताना है ताकि हमारा बेसिक is totally clear. Okay, so what are the imaginal discs? Imaginal discs are the precursors for adult organ in the fruit flies. So ये imaginal disc हर organ के लिए larvae में present होती है. There are two wings in the fruit flies, so you will always find two wing imaginal discs. There are 4 pairs of legs. 4 होते हैं क्या? कितने पेयर ऑफ लेग्स होने चाहिए फ्रूट फ्लाइज में? सबने देखा था?
Then one pair is all pairs.
मैं तो लेग की बात कर रही हूँ. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट लेग.
Ma'am, 6 pairs.
3 pairs.
3 pairs.
यहाँ पे इस स्लाइड पे हम लोगों ने बहुत समय बिताया. आप लोगों ने फ्रूट फ्लाई की क्या? You know what we teachers do? If we see that students are responding properly, if students are interested, then we explain things in an elaborated way. Otherwise, we simply finish your syllabus. So it's your call. If you will respond like this, it's not going to, make me excited. मुझे लगेगा क्यों बताना है. Okay, so I'll be little fast. इतना क्यों बताने के बावजूद भी कोई कह रहा है 6 pairs, कोई कह रहा है 4 pairs. It doesn't work. But anyway, so these are the imaginal discs which are going to form the adult, and wherever engrailed is expressed, you can see it in the green. The upper one is leg imaginal disc. The lower bigger one is wing imaginal disc. From wing, adult wing will be formed, and engrailed expression will be restricted to the posterior compartment, clearly suggesting that engrailed is required for formation and maintenance of posterior compartment throughout development from embryogenesis to adult stage. So you did not do anything, simply observe embryo, larvae, adult under green fluorescence protein, and you can see expression of any gene of your interest. So ethical issues में right here अब experiments बहुत ज़्यादा dissection के नहीं होते हैं तो क्योंकि आप माउस पहले डायसेक्ट करते थे और भी काफ़ी डायसेक्शन होते थे अब there are limitations but if you use fruit flies then you will learn a lot about human being. It is all color coded. You can see there is significant comparison or homology between Drosophila and human being. If you talk about any system, whether it is digestive, whether it is excretory system, or it is central nervous system as well. So that works very well. Same is true for female reproductive system in human and Drosophila. The anatomy is quite similar. Now coming to, I moved my slides, okay? I think I moved 3-4 slides. So when we talk about conservation, I mentioned in my previous class about the Hox gene. So there are Hox genes in human being as well, and it was identified in the fruit flies by Ed Lewis. And if there is any effect or if Hox gene is being mutated, then there is going to be change in or alteration in anterior posterior identities. There is a very nice gene which we are going to talk in the next slide, that is ILS gene. It's highly conserved between human and Drosophila. In human, it is called PEG6. In Drosophila, it is called ILS gene. Okay. Another name for PEG6 is aniridia as well. So whenever this ILS gene is mutated or PEG6 gene is mutated, it leads to defects in the eye. And there are many. I just listed few of them.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, what's the other name of PAX6 genes that you said?
Aniridia. Aniridia is a disease as well. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So which is related to eye. So people did not know about aniridia or people did not know about PAX6 gene. And I remember it was, I think, around 1995. There was a paper which came on the journal Science. Science or Nature का नाम सुना है आप लोगों ने? Journals का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So that is a dream for all the researchers. These are very simple papers, research papers, but their impact factor is extremely high and they undergo peer review very, very strictly because the purpose of Nature and Science journal is not only research, but your research has to be understood by a layman also. जरूरी नहीं है कि एक बायोलॉजिस्ट ही उसको पढ़े, कोई भी पढ़े तो उसको समझ में आना चाहिए, but the quality of research should be at an extremely high level. And as I said, dream of everyone, every researcher. अगर एक science, एक nature में paper हो गया, तो you are done for your entire career. Okay. Of course, you will publish in other journals, but it's very tough. That is what I want to say. So this came on the cover page of the science paper that there is a master control gene named as ILS and it has been found in fruit flies. Okay, so what they did very nice experiments to give this statement: master control gene, master regulator. That means all the genes which are involved in the formation of the eye are working under this master control gene, which is ILS here. Okay. Now, they gave this statement by completely eliminating function of islets, which you can see in extreme left panel A. Okay, so what happened when islets was mutated? There was no eye. By that time, the technique of overexpression was also developed by Andrea Brand. और ये भी आप लोग पढ़ोगे समझोगे प्रैक्टिकल क्लास में. And they also revolutionized the they also completely revolutionized biology. So you can express the gene of your interest wherever you want to, and this system is known as US Galford system. Okay, so what these people did, आइलस म्यूटेंट फ्लाई बनाई, लेकिन आइलस को एक दूसरे एक्सपेरिमेंट में आई वाले रीजन में ओवर एक्सप्रेस भी किया. म्यूटेंट बनाया जहां पे आई टोटली गायब हो गई, और फिर उसी गायब आई में आइलस जीन को पोर कर दिया, ओवर एक्सप्रेस कर दिया. नाउ दे फाउंड दैट आइलस phenotype can be rescued by overexpression of islets gene, which can be seen in panel B, suggesting that if islets is eliminated, I will not be formed, but if islets gene is overexpressed in the region where I should form, I can be formed. Okay, मतलब islets I को बना सकता है ना? क्लियर है ये यहाँ तक?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you have said out that system. What's that term?
It is UAS. हाँ बोलिए भैया. हाँ, मैं 5 मिनट में आपको रिवर्ट बैक कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? So it is UAS, everything in capital. Another word is G capital, A small, L small and 4, UAS gal 4. वो अब जैसे ही मंडे से हमारी प्रैक्टिकल क्लासेस शुरू होंगी, we will introduce all these things to you. Okay? So US gal 4 सिस्टम का फायदा सिर्फ ये है कि आप इस सिस्टम को यूज करके जो भी जीन है आपके इंटरेस्ट का, उसको ओवर एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हो, उसको एक्टोपिक एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हो. ओके, एंड व्हाट शुड बी द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ओवर एक्सप्रेशन एंड एक्टोपिक एक्सप्रेशन? ये कोई साइंटिफिक वर्ड्स नहीं है, ये द वर्ड इटसेल्फ आर these words are telling us the meaning. What is over expression?
Excessive production of the gene product.
Perfect. But in its position, islets को जब जहां भी आई बनने वाली है उस रीजन में अगर एक्सप्रेस किया गया तो उसको ओवर एक्सप्रेस कहा जाएगा, ठीक है? लेकिन अगर आइलस जीन को रॉन्ग प्लेस पे एक्सप्रेस किया गया तो उसको एक्टोपिक एक्सप्रेशन कहा जाएगा. ओवर एक्सप्रेशन means wherever this gene is expressed. Okay, ectopic expression in a wrong place. So these people could get a paper in science by showing so many things. आइलेस को रिमूव करो, आई गायब. अब इस रिमूव्ड आई को वापस लाना है तो आइलेस जीन को उस रीजन में ओवर एक्सप्रेस किया, वहां पे आई बन गई. अब उसको फिर रॉन्ग प्लेस पे भी किया, क्योंकि वर्ड इज मास्टर कंट्रोल. जहां पे भी ये जीन एक्सप्रेस होगा वहां पे आई को बनना पड़ेगा. तो लोग कह सकते हैं कि अपनी रीजन में जब किया, ओवर एक्सप्रेस किया, तो वहां तो आई बनने ही वाली थी, तो बन गई. लेकिन रॉन्ग प्लेस पे, look at the right hand side panel. When they ectopically expressed on the head of the fly, then also they could form eyes there. When it was ectopically expressed on the wing, part of the wing converted into the eye. If it was ectopically expressed in the leg region, okay, there also eye could be formed. Okay, so
Ma'am,
yes,
ma'am, can we also give a reference like ectopic expression from the ectopic expression that no other gene product could influence the expression of eyeless gene? Like, can we make a conclusion like this?
ये देखो अभी हम I am coming to that point, and sometimes I also feel that developmental biology should be in the same semester. जहाँ आप genetics पढ़ते हो वहाँ, this is a very complex question what you asked me just now. Okay, so yeah, so I will not answer that right now. You will get answer to your question either separately when if you want to talk to me, or you can send me a mail, or we will discuss about all these things in the next semester. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am,
But
no problem.
अभी take home message सिर्फ ये है कि there are multiple techniques by which you can understand function of a gene either by knockout or by overexpression or by ectopic expression also. So it is not forming eye only, okay? The word they modified, okay, this gene is required for oculogenesis. वो कैसे आया? बहुत बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें हैं. अब उन लोगों ने ये देखने की कोशिश की कि क्या ये eyes have the capability to see, whether they develop this visual ability or not. Answer was no. Okay, जो बच्चे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं, just now a wonderful question was asked. They should also have observed कि जब आईलेस को ओवर एक्सप्रेस किया गया, ये बी पैनल को देखो तो नॉर्मल आई नहीं बनी, इतनी छोटी सी आई नहीं होती है ड्रोसोफिला की. So you cannot modulate how much eyeless has to be expressed to form a normal eye. Another thing they observed, these eyes do not have the capability to see. They can only form eye structure, oculogenesis. They can generate, but it cannot see. Okay? But yes, formation is totally depending on eyeless gene, and they proved it by multiple techniques. Okay? Another thing which
Yes,
was
ma'am.
very, very important, conservation between Drosophila and mammalian system. When PAX6 gene, which is belonging to mammalian system, was ectopically expressed in the fruit fly, then you can see still PAX6 gene could form eye-like structure. ठीक है? बेसिकली अगर जो जिन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा था उनके लिए सिंपल आंसर है कि wherever these genes are expressed, fate of those cells are going to change. It's not that कि अगर विंग में आइलस को एक्सप्रेस किया तो आई रिलेटेड जीन्स वहां सप्रेस हो जाते हैं. नो, it depends upon which developmental stage is there for ectopic expression. अब बहुत अर्ली ऑन जब एक्सप्रेस किया जाता है, जब डिटर्मिनेशन नहीं हुआ है सेल्स का, तब जहां भी आइलस को एक्सप्रेस किया गया वो सेल्स आइलस का फेट एक्वायर कर लेते हैं. बट प्लीज डोंट गो इनटू दैट राइट नाउ. ओके, सो जहां भी एक्टोपिक एक्सप्रेशन किया गया PAX6 जीन का, वहां पे ड्रोसोफिला जैसी आई बन गई. Another thing, agar can we reverse that? Answer is yes. If eyeless is ectopically expressed in the mammalian system like mouse, it could develop eye-like structure, but not Drosophila eye. the eye of mouse only. Okay, and therefore eyeless gene became uh, very interesting for people who were working on eye development. And you must have heard a lot that the newborn kids, they have so much of problem, related to their eye. And this eyeless gene homology is with PAX6, shed lot of light on the development of the eye. I will tell you another story, and after this we are going to stop.
Ma'am,
So yes,
can we say that iris is not actually responsible for the visual capacity of eye?
yes, of course. You can only use the word it is required for oculogenesis. Okay? Initially, people thought that it is doing everything, but no. Answer is no. आप लोगों के लिए एक एग्जाम्पल, आप लोग अक्सर देखते होंगे 6 फिंगर्स पॉलीडेक्टाइली, देखा है ना? अब तो बहुत कॉमन मुझे नजर आता है। एक्स्ट्रा थंब होता है कई लोगों का, एक्स्ट्रा फिंगर होती है, देखा है या नहीं देखा है?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
बहुत बहुत it has become very common. Polydactyly it is called, right? And that is happening because of ectopic expression of another mammalian gene, which is sonic hedgehog. Again, don't remember, just telling you. Now, अगर आप अपने friend से पूछोगे कि can you hold something with your extra thumb or finger, answer would be no. It is there, but they cannot do. They cannot use that thumb or finger for any particular function. Same is true for these eyes. They are not performing the function of the eye, but eye is formation is there. Then there are other genes which are working towards visual aspect of the fly, and they are not under the control of eyeless gene. ठीक है? एक बहुत सिंपल सा
Okay,
एग्जांपल
ma'am.
दे, I'm going to stop. Always geneticists try to relate their findings with mythological characters. हम लोग हमेशा सुनते हैं शंकर जी की तीसरी आंख, सुनते हैं ना, है ना? यहाँ सेंटर में होती
Yes, ma'am.
और कहते हैं हमेशा कि जब शंकर जी नाराज हो जाते हैं तब उनकी वो तीसरी आंख खुल जाती है. So now, as a geneticist, you also know what is the meaning of this third eye. This third eye is nothing but, देखो ये साइंटिस्ट ब्रेन है, सुपर पावर के सामने हम लोग कुछ भी नहीं कह सकते, बट वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड टेकिंग अ जनरल mythological character. So possibly this third eye could be ectopic expression of PAX6 gene. Okay? And therefore there is an extra eye. हम लोगों ने अर्धनारीश्वर बचपन से सुना, लेकिन ड्रोसोफिला ने इसको इतना सिंप्लीफाई कर दिया. देयर आर गाइनेंड्रोमॉर्फ्स इन fruit flies. Now we understand what must be happening. Okay, what must be happening in case of these ardhanarishwar. Okay, many examples are there, but we are going to relate these characters with the genes which we have. But ये सब सिर्फ आपके समझने के लिए. जब भी आप एग्जाम में लिख रहे होंगे तो प्लीज डू नॉट रिलेट दीज थिंग्स विथ माइथोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर्स. यू हैव टू राइट साइंटिफिक थिंग्स ओनली. इज इट ओके? आप लोग बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए आई कीप ऑन टेलिंग स्टोरीज इन बिटवीन. मेरा पीएचडी कैसे हुआ उसमें आपको आपका there is no interest, but I'm just trying to make it lighter. Okay, so we will stop here and then we will go into the research aspect of the fruit flies tomorrow. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Ma'am. As we know that PAX6 gene would express I. So won't Hox gene also have some kind of contribution towards it?
Yes, definitely. Because हमने कल बहुत लेमैन लैंग्वेज में कहा था हॉक्स जीन का काम क्या है. हर स्ट्रक्चर को अपनी जगह पे रखना, ठीक है। ये जो मेरे हाथ हैं अपनी जगह पे हैं, क्यों हैं? इट्स ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रॉपर एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द हॉक्स जीन्स। हम लोग ये सब कुछ पढ़ेंगे बेटा, ये हाउ हॉक्स जीन प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। हम मैमेलियन सिस्टम में भी पढ़ेंगे, शुरू करेंगे फ्रूट फ्लाइज से, बिकॉज इट वाज आइडेंटिफाइड इन फ्रूट फ्लाइज ओनली बाय एट लुइस। ओके, so we'll learn about these things. So I'll see you tomorrow again. I think class is at 10 o'clock. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll have to stop because I have another lecture at 1 o'clock. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, see you then.
Excuse me.